day pack and my carry-on strapped to my back. The thing that can be mentally hard about traveling in India is just the visual aspect of seeing so many people, like crowds. Finding your way around can feel a little disorienting.
So you're saying that's a chakra?
Yes, right.
And then that's like the Hindu temples.
In Varanasi, the motor rickshaws are usually the way to go, the easiest, because they're small and they can get around different places. You always have to be on your toes, especially when it comes to transportation. By rickshaw, which can run anywhere from 10 to 40 rupees depending on distance. For shared auto rickshaw, lowers even significantly, like anywhere from 5 rupees. With the shared rickshaw, you'll probably be sharing with several other people, and sometimes you'll even have to wait until more people board. It usually depends on how far you go. So if you're going for a short distance, rickshaw is best. If you're going for a longer distance, like 3 kilometers or more, then the auto rickshaw is going to be your best bet. So when you first enter the chalk area, you probably look like this, like me. You're going into the chalk, the old street areas, and it will be many streets, small streets and alleys, and you will have to find your way to your guest house. This is where the adventure begins. I've called my guest house to let them know I'm here and that I need to find them. Oh, and here they are. It's easier this way when you call them up and ask for them to pick you up. Now when you get close to the Ghat area, you'll find there's a maze of streets, and it can feel a little difficult and confusing finding your way around. A lot of times the walls have painted signs on it to help you find your guest house or where you're going. Not always. So this is a dorm room that I'm staying in Siraj Guest House. It is roughly around 375 rupees for my bed. It'll be a shared bath. This is in a women's dorm. 375 is like maybe around $4. So it's very Western style. It's kind of like a hostel. For international travelers, we all kind of understand the hostel dorm idea. Initially I had a single room and I think it was filled, so I was offered either the dorm or like a double, and actually the dorm is a lot nicer than the double, and we get free breakfast, so that solves that. I think I can call this home for the next 2 or 3 days. Now, not only is it easy to get distracted because there's so many cute little shops selling all different types of things, as well as altars tucked away. Really are like a lot of altars or little mini temples. 1, 2, 3. 3 Shiva lingams. And animals and interesting people. It's easy to really not focus on the ground, and for me, I always kind of focus on the ground because whenever I step into India, it's like I'm stepping back into time. It's and literally stepping on poop. So that cow's just minding his own business while the rest of the world detours around him. Already when I entered, there were other travelers and I nailed them with all these questions like, how's the Wi-Fi? How much did your boat cruise cost? Did you book it here? What about Sarnath? You know, how did you get there? Was it worthwhile? That kind of stuff. So being around other travelers helps in that sense because you get feedback and recommendations. and you kind of already get an idea of a path that someone else has traveled and whether or not, you know, they have any tips or warnings even. So it's really good.